Hello, hello. This is Imaginary Dylan, and I'm ready to start game dev just as soon as I turn some music on. I don't always remember everything for the stream. Sometimes I forget the most obvious thing. But I'm slowly building a list of actual streamable tracks that are the best of those many humble bundles that I have of music. I'm never buying another humble bundle again. I'm just going to buy the tracks I want. It might be more expensive, but they leave out the cost of sorting these, which is just... Okay, well, not all these tracks are even that good. Listen, I have a lot to sort through still. Okay, so... migrate this over to here. And remember, unfortunately, that I set this to private. No. Oh, I guess I did. Okay. Alright, now it's public. I'm gonna remember to check that every time, someday. Setting it to private to start has been a real problem. Probably why I didn't start streaming early. Streaming early. Okay, so yesterday I created a system here so that they could actually pull the information from, actually the status menu sets up the stuff. I didn't quite finish here, so it looks like Lightning Storm needs to be finished here, but essentially it goes through and creates all the dialogue setups for the status menu for each thing there. And I made a system to level it up, and then I put a thing here that changes the get right to it here. Not that one. I guess I put it higher up. Big damage. No, maybe I'll just sit there. Yeah, the spell info here, and it sits there and just currently multiplies it based upon the level and a variable there. And then sends that information back to both there, and now I'm adding it so that the actual spells themselves use this as well. And they kind of already do. The big issue right now is I need to do a few more of them, mostly just change a couple variables for time and damage, and then the cost one's going to be its own thing there. I didn't bother to do that last night, but it needs to be a thing that's done. Yeah. The other thing I've been experimenting with, I did this actually off stream. I was trying to make Q Pathfind actually work with the left movement. And what I found was, so far it actually just kind of locks up and doesn't do that. So currently the control scheme consists of left mouse button moves you places and right mouse button does whichever ability you put on it, in this case the projectiles. And then I have the number keys set up to it too, so you can use those just like the Diablo setup. I'm probably gonna have adjust 6 and 7. I think I have actually a Q and E. Yeah, I'm not sure like that. Like, there's a certain amount of ones I want to use, but I mean, you can also use the arrow keys to move around too. And this is the thing. I'm actually tempted. I added in variables so that whenever you click the mouse, it actually sets two of the global variables to whatever is there, so you can then have spells move towards it. And I might do that actually as a better option. The heat seeking might not be that good. I mean, I went to all the trouble to add it, and that's cool and all, but is it that cool? So I think the first thing I want to try is I'm going to make a copy of this, a backup copy, and then I'm going to delete it by accident. I'll make a backup copy of it, and then I'm going to see if I like it better just having it go towards the mouse. And I believe I have them set for 80, no, 79 and 80? Let me double check. Slowly making a better and better mouse plugin just because I need the functionality that it's giving me, and I couldn't really find ones that did a lot of what I wanted, to be completely honest. Well, that reminds me, I gotta turn the other mouse plugin on here. The Mosa cursor here. it is kind of annoying that it does show up when before it even shows anything else. Like it just shows you the cursor, then it fades in. It's like, okay. Yeah, a quick thing here where I view this in the controller here. Like YouTube is streaming background is super awkward because you actually have to go to the video again in the content thing to have it show up as what's going on, as evidenced by there's nothing here. Nothing I have to worry about showing. Yeah, okay. So as evidenced by this, it wouldn't even show this picture here until I went and loaded it up again, which is just insane. Because I'm using Chrome, so it's Google's own browser. You would think Google's own browser would work really well with with YouTube streaming, but it does not. It does not at all. So it says $79.80 for this. I think it's just going to be this step toward, right? It's going to be a variation of this code. Right? No. Yeah, it's going to be this. So this might actually be really easy to set up here. So we'll set skip on this. I want to see if this just plays out better. It probably does. Having it target wherever the mouse is at just seems so good. Mac event. This is game map variable variables dot value. Couldn't remember how to spell variable for a second there. Dead. Gotta get all the kinks out whenever I start streaming. Just gotta get back in the driver's seat and then good to go. So yeah, it should just be those, and then it'll set those to the value of the mouse. This won't work with a controller, but I'm trying to make the game keyboard and mouse based, not controller based, even though controller actually works pretty well. I might actually have to have a separate event for if the controller actually it's being used. I don't know. Okay, so it's not doing it all. And that's probably because this needs to be here, and this needs to just be skipped. Also, it's currently logging some information, so I should probably yank the console commands out there so it doesn't do a console log every single time I use the mouse, but whatever. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Except for Kensington hit that guy. Why is that? Huh. Pew, 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 sucker. Yeah. Dodge this. Apparently you can rapid click it though. And it gets frozen? Really? Oh no, you can just rapid click. You gotta be careful about that. I need a way to limit how often it goes. Or at least limit how many clicks you can even have. still, that is way better than heat seeking. Wow. So I actually end up moving with the keyboard more than I end up moving with the mouse, so that's interesting to note. I guess I could technically do that and then do that. But here with the keyboard, you can actually fire and do that, so maybe it's a keyboard and mouse game, I don't know. Okay, so I had to remove some console commands I've seen there because it's just going ham on that, and I'm probably getting away with worse performance. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Also, it's hard to read anything on the console when it's logging every other console thing from earlier. My entire experiment for there was, it's closer to being successful, but QPathfinder just has some weird issues that just, it just locks up. There's lots of reminders in it saying that, you know, he needs to do this or that later, and he just hasn't done it. But seeing as how those were all from 2018, I don't think he's gonna. I just have this sneaking suspicion that that is not a thing that will happen. Maybe edit things there because I might put them back later. Okay. So yeah, I think that's just a better projectile. That also means that I want to have them all do this. So I think the new thing is just going to be take this information here. This one doesn't spawn as a projectile. It's actually done in spells here. Actually, well, I guess I do it this way. It's just as easy. Actually, I don't need that at all. Building creator dot creates my own event spawner. We'll toggle skip on that. There's nothing on here. This doesn't actually move. Actually, that might not work. Because you're not necessarily clicking. Huh. Oh, wait. No, I guess that doesn't work. Because it's just doing event 95, so it wouldn't even do it. Actually, I guess I'm going to see if I click the... What's it doing? Weird movement here. I'm going to have a special event for right click, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't have a location. So... I guess I could have them just select the spell first and then click the mouse for where they want it. Is that what I want to do? Huh. I mean, that's no different than the controller setup, I guess. Huh. I mean, this does play out way better. Except for the rapid does that. Well, if you right click and then do it, it works. But that's kind of lame. Also, it doesn't spawn the wall effect either, because that's actually part of the spawn pattern I gave it. I do kind of want everything based on the mouse position. I guess if I'm serious about switching everything to a mouse controller and everything like that, all these events need to be written in such a way that they first switch to whichever one is available, like whichever spell slot thing is there, and then you hit it again to use the thing. So it could just be right mouse button uses it. Is that what I'm doing? No, there's got to be a better way to do it like that. No, I think it would just be better if you hit the button and it picks up the coordinates of the mouse. How am I going to go about that, though? It's an ancient plugin I keep trying things in to test if it'll work with cube movement. Sorry, cube pathfind. It's probably easier to just set it up to adjust which button is currently active. I think I had it in controller here. It was current spell, yeah. So 56. So if 91. Current spell equals 1. It sounds like some Final Fantasy VI music here. Nice. Not quite anything I really would use in my own game, but there are worse things going on, I suppose. Alright, so I think I'm just going to copy this and change the numbers like that, and that'll make it so that you can select the thing there. It'll show the targeting system, and then it should work off the spell, right? Yeah. All this to set up mouse controls. Oh, mouse keyboard controls. So. It does play a lot better, and the movement's much better because with a controller you end up basically moving 8 directions, whereas with this you literally get to go pixel movement. So. Plus targeting with the mouse and it going to wherever the mouse is at, like as far as your projectiles, is just so much better. Just the brief testing I did there was just so much better. I might just set it as 1 through 7. I don't know, 7's pretty hard to reach, I guess, but I guess, well, I found myself moving with WASD, even though the mouse will move, so I kind of want to keep my fingers near that, which means 1 through 5, and then I guess Q and E are the other ones. I have it set there. Huh. I don't know. I might also just want 5 abilities selectable too, which wouldn't be a bad choice. Because the projectile is always available. But if I make it where you can change what the right click does to attack, then it would probably need to have 6 buttons just for the main projectile to have an option too. Plus there's still the block as well. And there's that ghost form that just doesn't stay around either. That's a tough decision on that one. Tough decision indeed. So this is spell 6. Part of me wishes I was just deving in UE right now instead, so I could just do pretty little graphics. I imagine that's got to be much more exciting to watch than me produce this code like this, but whatever. This is code that should easily be duplicated somewhere, but well, I keep changing it, so there's not much reason to duplicate it yet until I have an idea of exactly what it is I want to make. It just plays way better though. Just gotta remember that. Plays way better. It's worth it. Okay, so now you can switch between them. And then we don't want 95. What we want is, I guess, attack, right? So 89. Wish I could make the right mouse button do exactly what I want, but that's going to take some, sorry, left mouse button. That's going to take some serious work, so I got to do movement plus, Q path finds movement, and then I have to have it interrupt that if you click something you couldn't normally move to, and then do something. I'm not sure that actually plays better. Seems, I mean, the fact that it breaks is kind of obnoxious too. Plus it doesn't work with the yes button either, which is unfortunate. Nice. I guess I could just not run that. Okay, so what is the mouse cursor location normally? I wonder if it's just touch input XY. Maybe. half the fun of RM is digging through these long-winded files here to figure out what does what. And I don't always know. But I usually figure it out eventually. One mouse move. I actually kind of want this code for later. So I'm going to move it here and then just comment it out so I can find it later without having to dig it back out. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna console log touch inputs underscore y and x. I think those might be the culprits. Actually, so I should probably put a period there. See where it handles this information so I can manipulate it like a pro. I'm not going to leave it like that, obviously. I'm going to do some quick changes later, but for now it will do. Best part is I want you to have the controller sitting here and using that all the time. I'll be able to just use the mouse to do things here. One less thing I need to have sitting here on my desk, grabbing every few seconds. I should log it anyway. Ah, yes. Look at that. That's what we like to see. Yeah, you can just see it. It's like do 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 do. So I guess I just get touch input that whenever I want it. Okay. Sure. Touch inputs underscore x y, and that is just not going to actually work. Let me think of that. Let x equal going to need some extra code here. I need the canvas to map. X, let's see. Could type that, but I forgot the syntax, so I didn't. There you go. That's my explanation for what just happened there. Yes. Do not question it. Questioning it will only lead to answers that will make you wonder why you wanted them in the first place. Yes. Not highly logical answers. No, no. Just a, you know, that's how what I was doing at the time kind of answers. Not useful. There may need to be... Oh, there's already a way at 5 frames. Ugh. Decided I'd go with water instead of caffeine this time. Mistakes were clearly made. I may need a caffeine break at some point. She was like, drink lots of water. Maybe if you're up early in the morning streaming. If you're doing late night streaming like this, yeah. Caffeine is my jam. So 2 selected, cool. And then... Well, that works. I'll play so much better this way. But the targeting doesn't work. Okay. Let's input there. I did put the right thing in here, right? This is all one thing. Wait, that is the way that command is written, right? Yeah, and it does the ones to the side of it too. When I wrote this, yeah, game player. Wait a minute. As far as game player, events there. Needs a variant, so variant 0. It was kind of a half-baked setup in the first place, so I'm taking my half-baked setup and trying to make it, squeeze it into a much better system, and it's just, I probably just need to not have the half-baked system at all. We'll definitely go with the as long as it works method, rather than sitting there going, oh, it can be better, it can always be better. But if I keep doing that, this is never getting released, so I think I will opt for the other. So this is not working. Oops. Put that back on that. I'm still doing those. Is it error at any point? Alright, so that is not going to work. So let's have it log this real fast. There might not be something that's actually accessible from this point here, which means I need to have it set to a variable. Which is fine, I mean, if that's the case. Which input? Okay, well, we know it works from here, but actually I'll just comment that out so I remember that's the location it's at. Do I have an on move? Yeah, I did yank it over, right? My mouse move. I'm gonna borrow this one too, so I'm not gonna find it later, because you don't really want to make changes to the main files if you can avoid it. Mostly because when there's an update or something, you might forget, or you might just forget where it's at in general. But I often tag my stuff with iVillain, so this way I know. I guess I don't need this here. I will make temporary edits to see if it works, but I do not leave them. I like my new cursor. I sure wish the left cursor actually triggered stuff. I'll need to find... either program that or find a plugin that does it. But, you know, spacebar still works. It's fine. I think it's probably just under the moves you can actually add A button as the left mouse click, and that might also work. I just need to get the keyboard code for the left mouse click. That's it. Anyway. Oh, let me bring this up here. It is most assuredly logging this. So we know for a fact that it is accessible there. I figured it would be, but sometimes things aren't. Usually it's other people's plugins because they put everything, you know, into one of the self-contained functions whose names I'm just blanking on right now, but it does make using their variables kind of a pain. Alright, so we know that information is available there. But why in the world doesn't this work? I get the feeling I wrote my own plugin command incorrectly. That happens so often. With each new plugin I write, the list of commands I'm supposed to remember just gets worse and worse. I'm glad I wrote help files for most of my plugins at this point. Now I can actually go back and look them up myself. Especially for like the message plugin, which I don't use very often. Turns out it was not that useful. Okay. So that part of the code is correct. It is literally doing what it needs to. That touch input gives you those things there. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so can spell PQ or firewall. So this says spell variable there. Spell targeting. Where's spell targeting even triggered in here? Oh. Perhaps this one here, since it's one of the ones that triggers all the time. Oh yeah, I don't think I actually added all the stuff for Star Armor yet, or maybe I did. There's like an empty thing right here. I don't know what I was doing with it. Was working before, so clearly I had it set up somewhere. The controller is being run the whole time. And it would be if 2 is selected. Where, oh where did I put that? I don't need this anymore, or this. I always put the little asterisks by the events that I'm no longer using, and then move to a different location with the numbers. This way, just in case I do need it later, I know where it was and where to move back to. But I also know when I go back through to, you know, a week or two later to remove all the extra stuff, what I can just delete. So it really does help out quite a bit. I think I'm just missing a spell target right here. It goes from a spell targeting. All right, well, if that's the case, Make certain it's actually hitting this portion of the code here. I'm just systematically eliminating each section where the code could be causing a problem, so it's not the worst option. If I do this, then pretty much it's going to be... I will eventually hit the point where the information's just not quite meshing. Usually I solve most problems. Just go down the line. Find it eventually. It's hitting that code. You can see it right there, firewall target. $244 is the target? Yeah. All right, let's double check and see if this is the problem. $244 XY. Okay. Oh, look at how much better that movement is. It's just amazing. It's almost like I'm using a different engine. Oh, there you go. Oh, that is so much better. It's not incredibly smooth, but it is nice. All the attacks are so much better now. Wow. I almost wanted to make it so that there's an event at the cursor location that does lighting too. Then the player could use it almost like a spotlight. That'd be kind of interesting. At that point, you want to spawn the target every time? Or an invisible one. That's true. Well, first let me fix firewall, because I want to make all of them target that way. Yeah. I don't get why the spawn pattern was wrong, though. That was kind of always a jank command in the first place, though. So, let's see. Spawn pattern here. I'm eventually just going to remove everything but the specific numbers there, because these other ones here were just, for some reason I was having exact numbers just so I could recycle those, when in reality I could just type the numbers I want. It's just as good. So the source is the player. The event spawned 244. Variant 0. It was even working before when I did the wall in there. Well, it's easy to fix this. When in doubt, follow the logic. Because the whole point of that command was to make it so that it would spawn fires to the sides of it based upon which direction it was facing, so I would probably like to not have to write that out again for something else. But I guess I should just make something that just spawns near, I guess. I don't know. Wait, why am I not using my mouse out? I still have the control plugged in. I'm so used to grabbing it because I've been using the control to control my games for quite a long time, but not anymore. It is briefly there. I think the math for spawn pattern is wrong. It almost needs to just be coded into the event because spawn pattern just almost makes no sense. I didn't bother to check the console log. Oh, what a jank old... This is such an old command. It's so garbage. So many of these things I wrote so long ago. And, well... Yeah. Yeah. Not the best. Not the best at all. Oh gosh, I made a 3D version of this Private Quest thing in... It's like a singular randomized room in UE, and it looked so great and fun to run around, but I couldn't figure out how to spawn enemies in a way that they wouldn't just be caught inside things, or how they could actually make an AI that would allow them to move on top of all this stuff. Like, it was so weird. I was like, this is just math that's beyond me. Maybe at some point I'll figure it out, but not yet. Not yet, indeed. Rather than do that, maybe I write the spawn pattern into itself. Not that. Too many things with exactly the same color. It's +1, so it should in theory work, right? Because it's just literally adding 1 to each direction. There's probably some sort of math trick to figure this out so that I don't have to write them all out like this. Based on each direction. The only variant I have is the wall one. Yes. I really do think I should code this into here. Or it just spawns little side events, I suppose, that just do the same thing. If it wasn't using 8 directions, I could actually have it just turn left, turn right, and spawn the events in front of it, which would be the easy way. Let me check the console logs. I added those things to the console with the intention of looking and then never did. For reasons. Alright. Got a few curious people today. Nice. Like 5 of them. You know, this adds up over time. And once I have this done, it'll just be like progression, and then I just need to tune up some bosses and like add in like tweak numbers, and then I have a working prototype that plays all the way in the game. I mean, I won't have a story for it, but is that important? I mean, I don't think so. Undefined. 302. That's likely the issue. Yeah. So this 194, I believe, is the actual... No? 244. Huh. So 244 is working. In theory, it should be spawning it just fine. And then for distance adjustment, run through it here. The offset there. Wait. Oh, I see. It's offsetting it by the by this distance. It's adding those onto there on the spawn pattern. I forgot that was how I had it written. Distance adjust was never written to be like that, though. Well, no, it's facing it from the distance of the player, right? Huh. Huh. I find myself thinking I really just need to make the firewall itself spawn events nearby it. Well, if I told it itself to spawn at 0, like an offset of 0, what would it do? No, that doesn't work. Oh, let me check the ordering on this here. These old plugin commands are not the best. Let's see. Hmm. Just copying this link to the stream in the under the forums, because why not? I should actually record videos though of what I previously did. Okay, so I guess we see what that does. I think I'm gonna have to write a new function for this. I think it's just like fundamentally does something wrong. I believe I'm missing it. I want the targeting to be on the mouse, and one target works. I can just have it spawn. So I just think I really need to make it where the event itself calls and spawns nearby. Should be pretty good for wall setups, I guess. I don't know, initially just spawning it seems so easy, because then all the events could just do exactly that, so. It works right there. I guess the other information I could probably make use of happens. Oh, grab this window. Too many windows. Console.log deadjust. Alright, so we'll see if that's the break in the chain here. Because somewhere, I mean, I briefly saw it spawning off in the distance. But that just makes no sense. Listen, ARM was never meant to have a mouse-based control system that did all these things for, like, Diablo. It just wasn't. It was meant to have a thing where you just click to go to a location. And that's kind of it. Touch controls for ARM, pretty bare bones. Pretty bare bones. Now, what is happening is it's just literally adding that information to the location of the player. And that puts it way off the middle of nowhere. And the farther down you get in the map, the higher the X and Y would be, so it would just literally keep moving farther and farther away, which is why I saw it when I was near the top. In fact, let's double check that. Yep, you see that? You can see it because I'm near the top. Look how close it gets. Alright, so the mystery is solved. The entire distance to adjust function is not designed for what I wanted it to do. Which just means I need a new one. No, it doesn't. The source is that. It passes the source to here. And the source is simply this. So the mistake is in that I have picked my source as game player. I think 3 was actually where it originally was at for the other. When in reality, I need an object. X. Because I was just basing it off of the location of the player and then adding that, whereas I should be basing it off of the location of touch input. So maybe I don't have to write a bunch of extra code. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. That's a weird glitch. The character suddenly goes really fast. Q Pathfind has some really bizarre behavior. If you change your speeds at all, it can sometimes cause an error, but not always. Alright, well, that is the wrong location. It's putting it in the corner. What is it saying? 2-5, 2-5, 2-5. It just says 2-5 every time. But that shouldn't be the case because it's based on touch input. And now, saying that, see what this info is breaking here. I really should just rewrite the function itself instead of trying to make this old jank function work. Yeah, so right there it works, but then you get to de-adjust and it does not work. Hands the information there. Then de-adjust there. So 2 works. So right there it works. This is 326 that it doesn't work at. There is no source/direction. Because I never intended to base this off of a random location and not the game map event or the game player. So see if I can sneak this in here. So source / direction. I will say less than. It wouldn't have one. So it's that source dot left. Oh, I mistyped that. I'm very close to just rewriting this entire function thing, but I really was trying to cheese it so I could actually just rework all the spells to work with the touch movement instead. Someone's messaging me. Are they? In what? I have too many things open? Yes. Way too many. Huh. Maybe it was in Steam. Yeah? I don't know. I have too many things. Nope. All right. I mean, I don't know if I even actually need a targeting reticle thinking about it, because if the reticle is now the mouse, like before I didn't have that. So it almost seems kind of redundant. So before I had, I think I disabled the targeting reticle entirely. Yeah, it probably isn't even necessary. I mean, let's be real here. The mouse itself is the targeting reticle. Though it does look kind of cool to have it. Huh. Hmm. All right. Oh, you know what would really help? Is equal to probably including that. A little message noise distracted me, though. I still have no idea what the message is in. It does work. It's a little slow and crappy, though. I don't know. But also, to be fair, it is doing massive console logging, so I think that maybe that it was crappy because of that. So once I get rid of those, but yeah, there we go. It works perfect. Nice. I don't got to rewrite everything. Noise. But I do have to change the spell to actually work around the that little change I made there. So let's go ahead and get rid of all these extra console logs. Now that I know what the problem was. The problem was I wasn't paying attention to what the source of things were. So if that works there, then for spells here, I actually don't even need the part where it logs those variables. Interesting. I mean, in hindsight, it makes sense. I just, wasn't thinking about it at the time. Oh well, if I can always come up with like an easier way of doing things, I'm totally down. Alright, let's get rid of all these extra console logs because they are quite the resource hogs. There's the last one. Sure. I still have to make a system that alters the costs based upon which level of the spell. But job 1 is to make everything base itself on the mouse location, and then job 2 is that. Perfect, so that. But we did not spawn them. Interesting. Why did it not spawn them? Oh, well, you know, it would really help if I actually told it to spawn the correct event. Oof. Yeah. That is the right event, right? These music tracks that I get from the Humble Bundles, you know, they're just all over the place. I have so many to go through. It's probably the other best thing about the stream there. I get a chance to listen to every one of these tracks and then sort them. Maybe just delete all the ones that I'm never going to put in any of my games. I mean, I can always download them again if for some reason I do need them for a game, but I've got 3 projects. I'm not going to make any other projects for a very long time. There we go. Boom. Nice. Firewall is live. So it does kind of retain a movement. That's kind of a slight issue with the movement there. A slight glitch. Plus it costs 3 mana to use, so nothing is balanced. We're not even worried about balance at this point. That's just not a thing. Alright, well, that works with a targeting system. Excellent. Heal wouldn't have a targeting system. Heal doesn't care about map location necessarily, so we skip that one. Ice Blast should just literally be the same thing. Did I add all the spell info to this thing too? Spell name, sure. Oh, that's right, I had to wait 1 second in there, or 1 frame. Just so it didn't try to get the information that this needed without actually putting that as a thing. Looks like OBS disconnected then reconnected. It said I had a really great connection. How interesting. When you live out in farm country, banjos power everything, and sometimes there's just not enough banjos playing, evidently. Let's see. Just need this one right here. And then for distance traveled, there's actually a time variable I introduced, so I don't have to hard code anything. And as you level it up, it actually adjusts the distance that they go. Okay, yesterday's stream, I did a whole lot of things that were not that glamorous, but it sure made a lot of this stuff possible today. I think that's everything I need from there. I don't think direction even needs to be a thing anymore. I think I can go back through and remove a bunch of these things because they're just no longer necessary. Like gameplay or last direction, it used to just be it adopted the direction of the player and went straight. But now that it's just targeting wherever the mouse is at when the spell is launched, it doesn't really care what direction the player was faced. I mean, I guess it could spawn itself at that location and then start moving. It seems kind of redundant. It already spawns in front of the player anyway. Yeah, that's everything for the ice one. Let's test. There are only 3 spells to do after this one, so it shouldn't be that bad. And I think a couple of them are projectiles, so Also, these spells got way better because used to be they were hard capped at a distance pretty close to the player, but now they just follow the mouse. You're good to go. Come on, enemies. Seems like there's infinity when I don't need you, but the second I do need you, there's 0 of you. There's one. Why are you firing up there, lady? Shh. She's like, oh, if I don't look at it, I won't shoot it. It's fine. It can't hurt me if I don't see it. Okay. Well, that's nice, but... Oh yeah, this gets way better. Or it's not always easy to hit the person, but... Interesting. Why is it not freezing them? That one it froze. This one seems to be immune to the freeze somehow. Huh. Huh. Seems like a change is about to figure out eventually here, but... Wait, did that teddy just execute the other teddy? Oh my gosh. The enemies are gaining sentience. There's now a pecking order. Hierarchy. Oh no. Alright, got him. Interesting. And the poison one is actually just also a projectile. Everything from that page here, and then we get this time one here. I actually need to just push all these to their own page. Because it's just recycled. That might need to happen here. Having to keep typing this code over and over seems silly, but I guess technically they wouldn't all necessarily do these. I guess they could all run the same checks and I could just not have it do cell switch D if it would not do anything. That's making a whole system for the fact that I literally have just 7 abilities. I mean, I guess in the future when I get a bunch more, but in the interest of releasing a prototype in a couple weeks, which is the goal, I will not make said system. I will just adapt this one and call it square. Goal is not to go down the rabbit hole. I'm just going to start deleting it. But instead, look sideways at the rabbit hole and go, just point at, shake a finger, go, later. One day, rabbit hole. Well, this spawns a pool at the end. But do I have a targeting reticle for the pool? I guess it's not a bad idea. So I just create that at the targeting reticle, and that's fine. It's not that hard to set up, so let's do it. Why not? Don't need that anymore. It's not spawn pattern now. I'll just copy about that. I don't need to do all the extra work. It's always going to be 244 on this one, isn't it? I guess technically it's supposed to be 0 there. I mean, that's extra effort. This one just needs to spawn one thing right at the location I need, and that's it. Let's do that. Start removing all these skips here, otherwise we just have like infinite amounts of code and way too many skips. That's got to be the best feature they've added. I use the skip thingy all the time at this point. That doesn't need to be changed. Actually, only lighting storm needs to be changed. Because it's not a wall. $242, and that's X, Y. Okay. And then, so poison will have one, and then this is the last one that needs to have all that stuff there. This doesn't actually target anything or move. Like it's just like the firewall. But I do need to grab a certain thing from there. I need to grab this, because that will set a bunch of variables for it. So I don't have to set them here. I'm actually going to start putting a lot of those into a function so I don't have to continuously set them all. That should be everything. Oh. The pool itself has to have a thing. Its own entry. Fair enough. I also had an ability to slow things, but I haven't actually found a use for it yet, so it's like, I could do that, but I don't know. I was mostly going to use it on the player because I found freezing the player was a little too powerful. There's an unlimited amount of enemies, and they do a lot of damage. If the player could just be frozen, they pretty much just kind of die. Especially if a lot of enemies have that function. Like maybe I can give it to a boss or something. Maybe limited amounts, but I don't know. I mean, Diablo's pretty unforgiving sometimes too, so. It makes a little. The pool is kind of hard to see though, but it does work. So that's good. Come on, Bosch, it's poisoned. Well, apparently it does good things too. So there's that. Okay, well we haven't tested that one yet. You are not working. That's because I hit the wrong button. There you go. That's what it is. We're dying, Captain. We're dying. Oh gosh. Make it stop. I just need to set the numbers to it. For some reason I have Q and E set there thinking that's going to be good, but I really do think maybe only 5 buttons on there are what I really want. Everything else just seems kind of ridiculous. Alright, Lightning Storm is so powerful. Now it's even better because you don't have to worry about positioning. You just kind of drop it where it's at. It's awesome. Yeah, probably like 5 abilities, but there's a block and a ghost form, which I need to make easily accessible because effectively your dodges, so you have to be able to time them. So maybe that's what I do. And then you use 5 abilities. And I set Q and E as the dodge things there. I mean, I guess you don't technically have to have them set up. Huh. Ghost form is not set up for that in particular, but it could be. Alright, well, this is button common events. So I think this is just going to be 6 for now. They're just going to have to deal with it being a little awkward. I mean, this is supposed to be a prototype. Prototypes having the perfect control scheme, doesn't seem too likely. And then I guess Q can block. I mean, is Q easier to hit than E? I guess I'll just test it because I'm not really certain. I'm sure my hand will let me know. After enough testing, it'll be like, nope, that's real hard to hit. Cramping here. Okay, so block. And then E for the other one. You can still use the mouse keys to move too, so. Your hand's kind of already over in that general vicinity anyway. Give that a test. Really, the next thing to set up is going to be the costs for each of these things. Have them adjust based on levels. Spacebar to act as enter isn't too bad. I wish that mouse click would do it, but sadly it does not seem to do that. Q movement, or actually Q pathfind, it pretty much restricts it to one or the other. It's not too bad. See, when I was making art only has like 5 different paths to choose from, and then you just, whichever path is active is what you're using, and you just swap between them rapidly, and that's it. But it turns out that a Diablo clone needs a lot more controls than just 5 things, you know? Doesn't seem too bad. At least they're accessible. Reasonably fast enough that I can do something with them. Alright, well that gets the job done there. So it's just a cost reduction now. Which means I need to go into my thing and change the cost amounts here so that I can see if there's a reduction without them all being 3 like I defaulted them to. I guess we'll just do the level +1 for this too, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to make the cost yet. But I'm sure it's going to adjust based on that. But I also need a way to... Oh yeah, I need to make a way to improve stats as well. The Lightning Storm is OP. Poison's okay. Ice Blast is pretty strong, but... it doesn't actually do a lot of damage. You gotta kind of lock them in place with it. Arrow's pretty strong. There was no cost to the magic blast. It's just a free roll. Since I didn't give him a melee attack, but then again, melee attacks would be terrible in this game because everything else has a ranged attack, so you would just be at a huge disadvantage. Alright, so the costs already adjust based on the level now. Okay, so the chain for doing this. I think that because there's no event involved here, it's going to be a little harder than I think to do this. Let me think about this one for a second. They all call the spells event, and all it is adjusting these things here. I think I need a global variable for this one. It's not going to read the self variables attached to any particular event. And those buttons are keying off of these anyway in the first place. They're all part of the Ultra HUD Maker. So I guess so. Huh. That's unfortunate. Too many things need the information for me to just make it a self-variable. I mean, I guess I could... Well, no one particular event's going to have it, because it's just going to be randomly spawned in, I guess. But it has to check the cost before it spawns the event, so... And the gamer interpreter isn't going to remember the self-variables for very long. So... I guess I should have... Alright, well, so be it. Kind of a jank way to do this, but whatever. As long as it works, I will make it better later. Yes. Oops. Well, I tried to be all cool about it, but it auto-selects everything when I click there. And that was a little too feisty. Oh. What was supposed to save me time has actually saved 0 time. Spell costs. Okay. So 304 is the first of all, and it just counts. Sure. Actually, which one are we even on? Let's start at the top so I don't have to figure out which one's which. That's fine for now. Because I'm going to set these variables in the plugin itself. I mean, technically I could have an actual current equipped spell cost, which might actually be what happens later. Actually, it probably will be something along those lines, but I'm not going to write a whole extra function for that right now. It's too close to already working. No need to change it. past me would have gone down that rabbit hole. Oh yes. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Game variables. Set value. Bar number equal. We'll default it to 0, and then we said it started at what, 304? Yep. Okay, so 304. So that's not there, I suppose. 5, 6. I guess it's technically the exact system I was talking about. Whatever. It'll be improved later. They're always improved later. Just make a system that works. Once the system works, you can make all the improvements you like whenever you want. Okay, so that'll set that to there. Sorry, set value that, and then almost forgot cost. Cool. That should be all it takes. Set up a cost system that changes based upon leveling up the abilities. Oh, once again, I grabbed the controller, forgetting that I literally just spent all this time setting up mouse movement. Alright, so it costs 3. Nice. And then... okay. So escape does menu right now. Fair enough. So let's do this here. I don't know why I'm moving with WASD. I literally have a mouse set up. Old habits are just hard to break. Level of the ability. It should cost 5 now. Still costs 3. Interesting. Where, oh where was my mistake? Firewall cost is equal to 5. I know where my mistake was. I made the initial check to see if the amount was correct, but what I didn't bother to do was subtract that amount. Like right here, it's just MP minus that, but it should be MP minus firewall cost. Nope. Almost changed the wrong thing there. That'd have been embarrassing. Anyone who's seen none of these streams at this point will have realized that sometimes I just make a dumb error and then we'll forget about it. And then spend the next 20 minutes figuring out what dumb error I just made. And I'll do something innocuous like that. Like I won't even... I'll just be like going along, go do-do-do, one wrong click. Sadly, there's just no things to check for syntax built into this, so you're kind of SOL on that. That's not so great. No. Okay, so that should be all I need. Alright, so cost 4 at the moment. That's actually the right number, right? Like the way I have it written in there? Let me double check that. I don't have the rest of my math up here. Yeah, it costs 3 plus level times 1. Okay. So let's level it up. Yep. Should cost 5. It goes to 11. Boom. Excellent. Now heal costs 5. Let's select heal. I think it gave me 1 back just as I did that. Yep, costs 5. Excellent. Okay, so that's set up. I don't know if I like escape as the menu. I guess it's fine. I mean, escape's the menu in a lot of games, so it doesn't seem weird necessarily. So I have... Am I going to go with those 7 buttons as a thing? I mean, I guess. Do I want to place to level up the ghost form and the block? I guess I do, right? Well, maybe not the block. The problem with the block is it's so based on the animation length, so it wouldn't really last longer necessarily. Or I mean, I guess you could just cast a spell that creates a little barrier around her and the barrier just lasts longer, right? That would work, I suppose. I also need to add a thing so it levels up her stats. If I'm going to do that, though, I probably want to migrate everything, all these menu items, over to the side. And then have some sort of stat system down here or something. Instead of these things at the bottom, which there aren't events and thus can't really do anything interesting with them. But then what are the stats I'm going to use? Like HP, MP... Attack's not really a stat. Because everything's based on these various spells in the first place, so... Unless I want to have yet another thing affect all these numbers, but that just sounds like a balancing nightmare. And, you know, maybe in the future this achieves a level of being much closer to a Diablo clone, but right now, I don't know. That seems a little insane to me. Yeah, I think I migrated over. And we'll definitely have HP and MP as options. She doesn't have any kind of physical attack. There's no strength option. There's not really an agility option, so it really is just like ghost form, block, and those things, I guess, are the only ones. But ghost form almost needs its own little ticker thing, or its own little thing, just like ghost form would too. Oh, yeah, that's kind of a thing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I guess. There's not that much space left on here for these kinds of things. They already take a lot of space for all 7 abilities. Plus, I kind of want to have the ability to change up the menu for what's available. So I guess I can migrate those over some. And then spawn in some extras. Yeah, I guess I try to move it over. I mean, I guess I don't need the level exit there. Or it doesn't have to be the big orb, necessarily. It could actually just be an option. I don't gotta get all cool with the giant orb. I also don't have to give the player the ability to exit. They could also have to run back to escape too. As long as the exit is really convenient for me, not necessarily for other people. So... Well, I do need one for ghost form and for blocking, I guess. The other doesn't even have a block, but I actually like the action block better. It's just more fun. Yeah, okay. And then I just use the same system to govern all of it. I think I'm going to make one quick change here. The system seems kind of dumb. I got a better one there. Well, spells doesn't run through that, does it? Now I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm just going to adjust the menu to deal with the new stuff. I was going to do a much better method of doing something, but no, I'm not doing that anymore. No. Alright, so... I kind of want them all the way over to the left. Well, if I do that, then I have to do a minus. It's weird. Okay, and then I need to make special events for these ones too. Status ability. Oh. Good thing. Lock. And then ghost. Or ghost form, I guess. And then it counts backwards here. Well, let's at least put these in there. So I need 253 and 254. Okay. And then I think I want to push them over a bit. So I'm fine with the spacing. I'll try 800 and see where that puts it. The next thing to make will be a progression system, and then at that point, it's just literally balancing the game. Oops, full screened it. Yeah. Remember, like, I just need to collect things to unlock the levels. It shouldn't even take that long to even set up, honestly. And then I was going to make the controls all, you know, left button does all these things, but I don't think I need to do that. I think it plays just fine as it is, so... Oh. I made it through the menu. That fits. Yeah. I guess the problem is, though, is that it doesn't really leave a lot of space for stats, which is something I do need to actually have over here. It is one of the requirements for the upgrades that I need. Also, I'm going to have to adjust these two abilities to have access to the things that they need. Huh. Yeah. I guess I don't really need the exit thing, or I can move the exit farther down. These things are pretty tall, though, so the exit's going to be real hard to do. I like the spacing here. Unfortunately, the game map canvas thingy sometimes does this. They have a little more space than I want. I'm gonna change the music because it's played through these enough. I'm getting tired. Dark Fantasy Studios Pandemonium. Let's get wild. That's what I'm hearing. I don't feel the pandemonium so far. This does not seem pandemonium-like at all. I don't know why I keep all the ones, like, it literally has all these ones that are seamless and not. I don't even know why I keep the non-seamless ones, because it's not like I'm gonna just put like a random track from start to finish somewhere. It's very unusual, and if I did, it would probably have vocals and not be some atmospheric stuff like what's going on here, which I gotta admit, I'm already not impressed with Pandemonium. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to move these over a bit. Maybe a little less space. Gosh, they're so close as is. And then I really got to decide what I'm doing with this. I'm running out of space in this, though. I was trying to have all the stat thingies on the same thing there, so I didn't have to have different menu pages yet. Just everything upgrades there, and then maybe have abilities, or maybe have like a different menu page for other stuff. That already takes up a lot of space, though. I could move this farther down, though. I also have to say exit level 2. I kind of want it to be far down the corner here that you exit the level. So maybe I'll move the crystal ball down to give it a little more space. But it still wouldn't be enough space for these, so I don't think it really mattered. And I can't move this over anymore. In fact, I probably should move them back a little bit because they're a little bit in an awkward location. Yeah, I guess I could shrink the space between them a little bit and then move them back a tiny bit, and then I don't know what I'm going to do on this. I guess the option is to move the crystal ball over to this side. And that kind of gives space above it for things, and I can put all the various menu things there and then just shove these over. That's not a bad idea, because otherwise I'd have the stats over here on this side, which would be pretty weird. Because I could have the stats over here in the corner. I think there should actually just be like one less ability available. I think that might be what I have to do here. Yeah, because if I do that, and I put the crystal ball over here to exit the levels, and then I can put all the stat thingies right above it, that would look nice. Huh. Yeah, that might be what I gotta do. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of wanted all the abilities available on the thing there for purposes of the prototype, though, so I didn't have to explain to them that there were hidden abilities. But I do need the ability to upgrade stats. At least HP and MP. And there's not enough space for one of these that literally says HP and MP, but it doesn't need to have a whole thing for that, I don't think. It would look nicer if they were all identical, though. I guess I'm going to have to make some sort of a graphic for that. Let's move things around first. Play with some distances here before I worry too much about it. So let's say I do that. Moving it 20 over. And I guess the space on XD can be like 290. And then I guess I need an X2 if I'm going to do that. No, I don't. What if I just don't spawn this one? And I'm going to copy paste this so I can memorize. So I can move it back there really easily if I need to. I like the 900 location. We'll try 100. 1000. It's like 100. Okay. That might give me some better spacing, hopefully. I guess I need to move these over one too. So I need to get rid of that one. Actually, I just need to get rid of that one, honestly. And then move these over one. And the crystal ball thing is... Do I have it rigged to work on this? No? Can I just not get close enough to trigger it? That's unusual. I don't know why that's doing that. Yeah, if I just have 8 abilities there, include... There's 9 abilities I want, though. Also, the Y is kind of low on these. Did I move the Y? No? That could also be an issue of the canvas to map whatever. Map X and map Y. Let's double check. We'll activate the menu somewhere else. It's the downside of spawning in events to do this. Or whatever just happened there could happen. I mean, they could be higher. I don't think it mattered that much, though. Kind of a weird issue with that, where it opens the menu and closes it too fast. Yeah, I could probably get away with moving those up a little bit. We might get these over there. I think 8 would probably look good. And then just this over here and the stats right there. I guess I could just have them not level up block at all. A block could just be a spell as well. Just a free spell that lets you just use it if you want. But I kind of want them to not be things that the player just decides to not have available. They're kind of, the game's designed to have the evasion and the ability to negate damage. I want it to be intentionally much harder, you know, so you can't just do what Diablo is, where you just mash the button at the thing and hope that you win before it kills you, where your defense is literally potions. That's not a very good defense. Now I'm just going to keep chugging these potions and we're going to see who goes down first. Glug glug. No, not a good plan. Yeah. Well, let's start by migrating those around and see if I like them better and go from there. Now, first of all, let's move this over 200. And then I actually want to keep this one here. No, I don't. Yeah, plus XD to all these. Yeah, I know there's a better way to do this. Listen, this is just supposed to be a dumb little system setup so that I could make some slight changes and tweak the menu real quick. I did not realize I was going to completely change the entire menu. Those are all going to go over 1. And I am going to want 254 right there, I think. I don't think I'm going to want this one. Am I? Maybe. Let's see. Those already go all the way over to the side. So it's literally just pushing these ones over, and then I want to put one over there. Which I would have already done. Yeah. Okay. Let's say I get rid of this one temporarily to see how that looks. I wish I could visually adjust this. It'd be so great. My life would be so much better. Alright. So the crystal ball is still kind of far over. I need to look at this here because apparently it's based around screen detection and not just the event itself, which seems kind of stupid of me to not have set it up that way. I almost want one extra one. But I really do need this place for stats, which looks like it would look better. So for purposes of that, I'll do that. And I think that block just doesn't level up, and I'll let them level up the ghost form if they want. Or I guess ghost form is kind of like a dodge, so I guess ghost form could actually just not level up like this. It could level up by paying to level it up. You really don't want that many abilities here. I'm going to look into this event here. I think I will go with the 8. Yeah. That's actually more abilities than Diablo 3 uses, though, because Diablo 3 uses left button, left mouse button, right mouse button, 1 through 4, and Q for potions. I don't have any potions, but I gave him a heal spell. I guess I could give him potions, but yeah. That involves a whole item system and then they'd have to be able to use the items, and I don't really want to do that. I'll give them abilities they can buy instead. And then they can just pick and choose the ones they want. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so let's look into this, and then I'll make a system for upgrading our stats and put it up here. Alright, So what's wrong with this? Why are you being weird? I mean, it's just a portal. It should actually be just fun. I'm spotting the right event, right? Let's see, the event is 2:45. And it's the same portal event that I use for basically everywhere. And then it added a status menu thing at the end. Oh, no? Because the other one worked previously, so this if combat is on, it's still on when the status menu is open. At least in that instance. No, actually in that instance it wasn't. I'm glad I read that. This is the wrong one. Let's see. Because what I've just learned is I was about to make a whole lot of extra edits for no conceivable reason. You can't exit the level if you're not in the level. Otherwise, it would do nothing. I don't know why it does that. I need to fix that little problem too. Okay, so there's that. Makes it lose all the text, though it should. Alright. There's one tweak I need to make here. I'm going to steal it out of here. Copy paste this stuff. Borrow this here. Gel's message styles requires that for every choice I put a message up there with just pop 0 so that it actually makes it in relation to the event instead of across the entire screen, which just looks terrible. Exit the video? Yeah, have the exit the picture because she's inside a painting or a photo or something. I guess they're photos. They could be paintings, but I mean, both would exist in the world because we're talking about Edwardian era, so they did have pictures. Well, Victorian / Edwardian era. So that does work. I'll also need to go through and change all these commands, but I'm going to do that off screen so nobody has to watch me go through every event and change those because I tweaked the code to be much better. So I get rid of all these weird functions and I have to maintain them all, and everything just becomes pixel based instead of, tile based, because measuring by 48 pixels is not very good. It's really not. It's a very awkward number. Yeah, okay. So then we need an HP one there. Actually, let me add in block and ghost form. Am I adding in block and ghost form? I think I'm just adding in ghost form. Or just block, actually. Just having him collect something to upgrade the little ghost ability seems a little more in flavor. Which means I don't want to spawn 254. So this one will just be 253. Actually, 206, 208, 209, 253. Let's make it nice for me to remember. Yeah. I'm gonna need a system for. Am I gonna do one menu system that just drops in and shows all of them, and then you just talk to it and it decides which ones you upgrade? Probably. That's reasonable. It also gets the job done faster than making an entirely new system. Plus, it already kind of just spawns everything in. So. Can I recycle this system entirely, or do I have to make a specialized thing for just that? I guess I gotta make a thing for block anyway before I even make that other thing there. Just still have one more to make. Spell variable 48, and then it runs menu choice there. And this gets... Oh yeah, the spell pick for that. Okay, okay. Let's make a spell pick for block. Yeah. So Grand Pixie Particle Editor, real quick. I fixed the little glitch that it has where it doesn't fill up the entire screen. Oh, just in case it loads things I don't want people to see. It does not. Always gotta check that just because I don't want personal information on the internet. Output block. Right. The little star thingy looks good with every one of the particles. It just looks good. That is not what I use though. I actually use the character background as the block thingy. They just look cool, whatever. A lot of things are really cool if you just put lots of them in various things there. It almost looks kind of cool with the stars, but it does kind of look cool with the stars. Alright, now I gotta test it with the stars in the game to see if it looks cool. Fine. Listen, I like sparkles. Don't question it. Just how it is. Sparkles all day. Stars. You may have won this day, sparklies. I should make a tutorial on how to make pixie particles. They're so good. So much easier to make than effects particles. Pretty much any random idiot can make them. And you can take little simple stupid graphics and make them into pretty cool things. Whereas effects here, I tried to learn it and it just... You know, well, that's not too bad. Yeah, everything was in Japanese, so I couldn't actually learn any of it. It's like, what does this say? I don't know, all the help files are in Japanese. Do I like that better with the stars? I mean, maybe? Alright, you gotta time it. Kinda do. Sorta. Fine. Alright, so we're gonna print screen that. Run over into Krita and make ourselves an icon. Wow, that's huge. Thanks for that, Windows. That it just makes it ginormous sized. That'll do. Need a new one from the clipboard. And then this. I make these 65 by 65. Get down some here. A lot. Not sure that even looks that good. Oh, cooler one is much larger. Oh, we may get a change later, but for now, it'll do. Let's see, I stroke them white. since they are currently black, which makes it pretty good at making it pop. And then save that off the screen real quick. Mostly just over to here so people don't see other things. Nothing's really much to see, but just in case. Let's call this one block. Alright, so now I have the block thingy. I'm not making any more particles at the moment. I guess I'm just gonna add block into the spell system. Alright, that's a thing. Let me change the names of these. I guess it'll sit at the bottom. Just keep adding. Put the block. Block cost. Just borrow this. Guess I don't need if combat is on, because these only work otherwise if they come off. Or if the combat is on in the first place. I just do that. I guess I can just set the duration now so that it'll go longer, but at that point it's just an invincible barrier. I don't know. I'll think of some way to balance it or something, or I'll remove it from the spells if it's not balanceable like that. Oh my god, did I do that? I think I did. Oh no. No, no, it looks like it's still streaming it. Okay. I closed Google Chrome, which is what I connected to YouTube with, and I was like, uh-oh. Apparently you can get away with that. Huh. Wow. Huh. Well, that's good to know. I opened the particle thing in there, and that now she's like, oh, just click this X, no problem. Totally forgetting. Totally forgetting. Cool. That's good to know. Alright, so let's add these here, and then this here. I guess 31. Spell descriptions. I think I need to do that. Read this. Okay. And I need this. Just writing that out makes it sound too OP as is. Just an invincible barrier that blocks all attacks. Yeah, okay. Seems good. Seems real good. I guess I have to set a global level for it as well. You know, for a bunch of tracks called Pandemonium, these suck. These are not. When I think Pandemonium, I'm not thinking these. I'm thinking something else. This is not that. I'm not even sure if I've listened to them all. I guess I haven't, but I can't even tell them apart. There's like two more, but I'm just gonna delete all of them at this rate. Like they're all bad. Yeah, yeah, they're not good. No, no. So I need to create a variable here, a global. And it's going to be these ones here, and these should actually say level afterwards, so when I see them, I don't mistake them for the other ones. So 271 is 311 for that, 271 for this. Also, I'm gonna make another quick thing here, which is again an improvement I probably shouldn't be making, but listen, I guess I am. Am I? Nah, okay, I won't do it. I was just about to add another thing that's like, oh, just a quick change there. It takes 5-10 minutes here to make some change. It really doesn't make too much great. Like it may be in the future if I want to expand the system, but I was going to make it where every time it just auto set the thing based on basically the var number here, but for level, so I'd have to write this over and over. It's already written. Not saving any time doing that. Okay, so the cost is just going to be 0 on this one. Yeah, cost this one, which I'll put them in the same order. I may yet give them some kind of a cost, but I would need to make the mana regenerate faster. I mean, I guess I could have a mana regen stat upgrade too. Huh. That is true. And it is relevant since she's just a caster. Unless I want to introduce a potion system. I don't know if I want to introduce a potion system. That just seems... I mean, there could be items that just spawn out there that the player can get to increase, their health or mana. Just like little heals that just pop out, but they instantly use. I might do that, actually. I need more things for people to collect anyway. And I want the spells to be really powerful. Except for like the magic blast thingy to just be, I want it to be okay. I mean, it is a free spell. Alright, so that's in there. I don't need that. I don't need that. Spell descriptions. I don't even technically have anything here for spell descriptions. There's no target on this. Unless I want to put the targeting circle below the player. I'm not going to include the ability to block other things, nor am I going to include the ability to like heal other targets or anything. Though, technically, if I wanted to have some sort of mission where you were protecting an NPC, the system does exist to make that happen where you could heal something. I don't know about this system. It seems a little ridiculous for what was supposed to be just an update to a game jam game. Yeah. Just a little bit ridiculous. Okay. I think that's everything. I might be missing something. I need to write the description. I already wrote the description, didn't I? Right? Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. If it doesn't work, we'll know that the description was wrong. Oh, I need to also add the ability to switch that ability in the status menu. Very laggy there for a second. Interesting. Oh, some changes that need to be made here. I have to declare it with spell pick in the first place, which I haven't even made a number 7. No, actually, I don't have. I made all the way to 10. In this case, we'll declare it as block. I guess I don't really want block to be 8. The other problem with the system here is that if I have it set where you have to hit the button to activate block and then right mouse button to use the block, that kind of sucks. Just a bit. Well, it might need its own separate system. For now, we'll just make it its own thing here. It's kind of its own thing. Spell variables 31. The ability number is Q. I'll put the Q right above the actual thing. Spell level is 1. That is fine. Oh, I need to add things so you can actually switch to that ability. In case you want to move around which ones are which. In case you want block to be a spell that you have to click it twice, once to activate and once to use the right mouse button instead of just having it as Q. Yeah, it's under this one here. No, it's the wrong. This one. I have these status menu buttons, and they're not even in there. They were just literally left over from art. Just, yeah. I'm not too worried about them at the moment. It's fine. It'll be good. So, this is for block. Level block. So much non-glamorous back-end stuff. Which actually sounds a little dirty. Anyway. So block. This set spell pick. Block. I'm not even sure why I included the ability to change all these so they could be set on multiple spaces at once if you wanted, but whatever. Okay, I think that's everything. Just a simple 20 steps to add one new spell. Oh well, hopefully tonight I have the menu done and then tomorrow I can do the rest of it. Yeah. Yep, there's block. Looks like a decrepit donut. Nice. Or maybe it's just a donut with like sprinkles on it or something. The sprinkles looked a lot more like lint, like someone just dropped your donut on the ground or something. Didn't want you to notice. Maybe tried to brush some of it off and just failed miserably. Yeah, pretty much. Not my finest work. No. Overall, not too bad. I think they could all be moved up a bit, and obviously this needs to be fixed a bit so that it all fits. So is this, for that matter, too. That leaves me plenty of space to have stats over here. Yeah. I can even keep my exit thingy, which won't work when it's, in the status, in the outside of combat. There we go. In the story area. Yeah. So how do I want to go about doing this? Am I making a new one? Oh, it would look so good if it was just right where her legs are, instead of having the crystal ball there to exit. Like I was just looking out over the top of the stats. Then you just, I guess, click on near her or something in order to do that. Yeah, I guess I could just stretch one out and do that. How much space is that? Let's take a screenshot of this. I stretch the screen, doesn't get larger, does it? No. Okay. Just checking. Right. What are we working with? So probably no closer than, I guess I could do all the way down there. I guess I have this big space to work with. I don't think I want it to be that high. So I got about 420 and about 700 tall. Oh, it's gone through all these terrible songs. All right, let me change that. I'm deleting all those. They sounded like the same track over and over and over. I thought I was getting such a deal with all these Dark Fantasy Studio things, but turns out a lot of them sound the same. They're not all that good. I mean, for the price tag, they're pretty good. But yeah, maybe not the best. And maybe these are better, I don't know. I don't even know how many songs to go. 1,453 to go. Right. Well, at least I won't run out anytime soon. So let's bring up a placeholder graphic, because I just want something to put in the background for where she's gonna have things. Maybe the ability background. I mean, that's kind of the right size. It does match everything too. I think the minimap one's bigger though. I also don't think I want one that's rectangular. I think square is probably better for this purpose. So let's see. If I put that there, where is it? Right over there? Nice. Oops. Get a quick visual idea. Maybe stretch it a bit, see about where I want it to look. Be. That's too wide. It's not that great either. I was just going to have a singular menu to upgrade each one. I wasn't going to do a full list for all these ones there because it seems unnecessary to have individual events for each one. Maybe a taller, maybe? Maybe. I would need a bunch of space to actually cover the various stats, I guess. But am I? Am I really going to need that much space? I mean, there's what? HP, MP, or Ghost Form, which you can't upgrade this way anyway. I added block over here, which might have been a mistake. This block might actually just want to be over here. I don't know if I'm going to bother with mana regen. I don't think I am. At least not in this iteration. So it's really just going to be, do you want to upgrade her HP, MP, and it's just going to list their stat for the Ghost Form. I guess by that standard, I could actually just have the things shown at the bottom and then have an event you talk to which just updates them. Like, I don't even need to make special graphics for it. They're already at the bottom and ready to go. That would be a lot faster. It also would give space for a menu too, if I want to have other pages. I think I like that better. I really do. Alright, well, I talked myself into that one. I'm fine with where I moved everything to. I think that's fine. I do want the actual extra space to play with. Why is it doing a weird laggy thing? Oh. I made an error too. Billion Q is not defined. Of course it's not. Because It's looking for a variable, and I want it to be a string. Quick change there for that. Yeah, all I really need this to do is spawn an image, and then if the player talks to it, it does something. So actually, I just need to copy this crystal ball menu. Status menu, player stats, upgrade. I guess I can make a button that says player stats. You know, actually, why don't I just make the crystal ball do it? Give it the ability to both, you know, exit the area if you want, but also give it the ability to upgrade stats. That's so much better. It was already all right there. I kind of want to have a character standing in the crystal ball watching the player. Just for that extra added, why did you do this? Yeah. I could get behind that. We're watching tonight. Interesting. I am still connected, right? Let me double check this stuff here. Yeah. After that little error earlier. I wish I could just listen to Spotify. It'd be so much nicer. Okay. Now, let me copy that out of there so I have it appear directly above there. Oh, these are actually some of the best ones. Wow. This is actually one of the ones I use for Pop Quest. Yeah, these are all Jotun. Cool. I think I'm just going to delete whole CDs that I don't like. Well, not CDs, but I mean whole audio albums. Okay, I was trying to grab this here. The Pop 0. And then yeah, that's just ways, but then I can just put directly below her. That's just so genius. Show choices. And then grade stats. Objective, I guess. Do nothing. Exit the picture. Probably those. If that's the case, I'm also going to want to move it over, right? It's going to want it to be probably right about here. Have her standing in front of it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want, so let me move that over. Let's do that right now. So it's got to go over quite a bit, probably like 150 at least, and then up some. Up probably at least 100. Or I guess in this case, the lowers the number because it's moving up the screen. Okay. And then nice. So there's that. While I'm at it, let me make a quick change to this. This takes off with Invincible there. Okay, so I just need to put Invincible Barrier on the same line. That'll be fine. So that change there. And then while I'm at it, oh. Put this on the direction of the picture. Actually, that thing does go there. This goes here. Not going to be the most I'm trying to think of what it's going to be an ugly system here. It's not going to be the best system. I'm just going to make it easily expandable. What just happened there? Must be a Steam thing. I tried to bring up a Steam overlay. Downside having Steam be hard to run RAM. But I'm not going to buy it again just for that. I think just those for now. I don't really have an option. Let's never do nothing. Put something here. Sure. Quick temporary writing. Not going to be the best. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that'll cover that. Oh, it's so much easier if I don't have to make a whole system for this and just dump that in there so this will get done eventually instead of just never getting done. Yeah, 7 views during this, and an average view duration of 13 minutes and 45 seconds. Well, that's a pretty big improvement over other ones, so it's a start. Right, we need to make some quick changes here. Before we do that, it looks like RM isn't quite closing itself correctly. Sometimes it does that. Or sometimes it's just Steam being stupid. Let me untask on all these Steam web helpers. Oh, wait, never mind. For some reason, Krita can have problems with that. I had this last night. Right? That it? Just this is a weird thing. I need to get the updated version of that. Yeah, it looks like it's working great. And it's just weird, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they're both a JavaScript or something. This causes errors. Oh, actually, I don't need that. It's for this. I kind of want my crystal ball to be cooler than it is. But let's... I can also move everything over a little bit, too. Yeah, whatever. Let's look over at this here. Oh. I've come to a conclusion that I need to remove the combat stip on this one here. Okay, it's being fresh, sure. That's not even the right thing you're looking at. I don't even know what I'm thinking there. This is what I should be looking at. So I don't need if combat is... Actually, I'm just going to do this the smart way that causes way less errors by just getting everything listed in combat. Right. Yanking it out. And then for the portal, actually here we'll put this. Combat is on. And the option next to the portal appears. Otherwise, I guess I'll put an additional weight there or something like that. And I hated where the picture was placed at, or the board was placed at, so let me fix that. The location was pretty crappy. I think I'll try 450. Maybe slightly higher. It's already almost been the normal stream time. And I'm just having too much fun with it and don't even want to stop. So today I got the controls working. I've got all the attacks now that can go after the mouse instead, so you can target. It's a whole new targeting system. And now I have a menu system that's been improved again, and first of all, that needs to be moved over. I wanted basically at her feet, I guess. So probably over by 25, down by like 150. So that's fine. And then I gotta adjust the combat portal here, or portal to not check for combat. I forgot to do on this one. And then I have to remember to close the previous version. All right. What is this track? I like this one. Oh, Creatures of the Night. Oh, never mind, I've already set that one aside. So the orb needs to go farther over to the left again. And then probably up a bit so it looks like it's just sitting on top of the menu. It needs to say something different. Let's migrate this over a bit. About 800. And then aid you in your quest. As soon as I remember to close the other one and open this one up. So much works so well now in this game. I need objectives after this, and then after that, like, it's going to be all about balancing it and like drops. Oh, I need to make a health upgrade. Actually, I have a health heal thingy. I need a magic one too. It drops. Wait, why did you end up that far over? What? Oh. Because I forgot, I deleted an extra 0 for no apparent reason other than I'm just silly. Not a problem. Not a problem indeed. One quick change. Be good. I like that. She's just living inside a little crystal ball talking to you. My mouth's so dry from talking so much. So I need a mana upgrade. I also need to set up some sort of a cost system for how much all these things cost to upgrade as well. And then system to upgrade the ghost form, which will probably be some items that have to be found. It'll be like an extra weird little side quest or something to upgrade that ability. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I kind of want to animate her in the thing. Oh, I really want to have an animated one of her in there. I just do. Okay, so I got to get snazzy here because, listen, that's just how I am. I got to make it cool for no apparent reason other than I just like it. So I've actually had 8 different views. Okay, so where am I adding her in? The picture of Poppet is right here. But I'm going to get a little crazy here. A little cray-cray. It's happening. Let's borrow this. Actually, I should have gone a different route here. Oh, OBS having problems again. My internet connection here is just garbage. Best way to describe it. Just garbage. Okay, so sets that up, removes this. That's all it really is. It doesn't have to do anything else, right? Actually, this event, turn toward player. I'm just going to have this watch the player. Just because I can. That's all that matters, just because I can do it. Enemy actor. Actually, I'm going to just snag the information straight out of here. Character setup. I don't need all these extra abilities. I actually just need that's the ghost. I don't want the ghost. Where's the one that doesn't have the extra options? That's a big one. I guess it's this one. I just want to borrow this information here. I guess I didn't want the EID. Whatever. I will change that. This be this event ID. This is purely style points. Four might be too big. Okay, and now we're spawning in 255. Oh wait, what's her Z? Yeah, this just accepts Z. So what's the Z of this? So 289 will be what the Z I need. Pump it. Pump its status menu. Sure. That'll differentiate it a little better. And then Z of 289. All right. And then copy the command to remove an actor. Let's copy that one, doesn't really matter. I have to adjust a bunch anyway. There are no messages to remove. There is no anything else to set. This event ID. Op-ed status menu. This is going to be on same. I don't know why I have it up on above. That seems insane. Oh. Wait. Just the animation thing is added above. The actual pictures are added to the tile map for animations in the first place. Just an automatic thing I have set. Saves a lot of time. Everything is saved and ready to go. Alright, I need to add 255 to the status menu. So I think we're just gonna have to do exactly the same location. It's this. And then I remove this. Actually, 100, 200. We'll see if it adds it to exactly the same location or not. Probably though. And then 270 is a thing. Maybe that actually. So that's the exact right thing here as the previous one. $270. And then what else is there to do? I don't need the remove for that anymore. Okay. Now this should be Omega Snazzy. Or just ginormous and way too big. It needs to be tweaked a bit, but whatever. I did a rough guess on the size she'd need to be. Could also just blow up. It might also not work too. Like that, it didn't work. So cell switch A turns on. Guess I'll play in the exact space of the others. Okay. I'm trying to see if she's actually just appearing off the screen or not. She might be. I'm gonna try like her turning. I don't like her turning. I think I'm just gonna leave her facing forward because I want her to look good, and then she just needs to be moved down a bunch. Yeah, okay. Sure. So I think that size stat is way too big. There's no need to turn towards the player. Just go ahead and turn action, but I don't care about that. Put this at 900. We'll see how that looks. It's cool that she's there. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I like it. I don't like this location thing at the top, though. I think that looks terrible. I think it needs an actual graphic behind it. Yeah. Yeah. Also, the bottom things down here are hard to see. I mean, they need something behind them as well. That gives space for the menu like that, so... Exit. Yeah, puts that there, no problem. Any error message that you know about? Nope. Jumped up just fine, no problems. I almost want the crystal ball to be a 2D crystal ball. Because everything else is 2D on there. So if that's the case, do I have a 2D crystal ball? I'm pretty certain I do. It just looks weird in 3D. It's just more like 2.5D. That's huge. This one is... we can just do crystal ball large, I guess. We'll try it out and see what happens. Maybe it just pulls up. Who knows? I was adding start game, so is that... Okay, it's just this one. I guess we'll see how that looks. Oh. No, that's correct. Let me close the previous one. Stiff neck. I don't know if I like that. That's pretty big. Do I use that anywhere? Did I use it on the level or something? Let me double check that I'm not using it anywhere. Why is this guy going so slow? There we go. I don't think I do. Do I include an option for size in there? I can just do height width, and that's fine. It's like 488, I believe. Yeah, so 366 will get there. All right. That's about the right height. And I just move it up some. Yeah, maybe I move it up by like 30 maybe at most. 870. All right. Let us finish this here. Wait, did I move the wrong one? Yeah. I was moving, pop it up. Not gonna use any of those. Okay, so not so high. I want it to kind of be sitting about on top of that. We'll just move 50 on at a time and get it about where it needs to look. Oops, why am I missing the controller? Doesn't seem like it's the right height there. And this is event 245. Because I still need to add a cost in for these too, so that means a resource you collect to upgrade things, and then I have to spawn them at a reasonable rate to do so. So I guess that's probably the next thing I set up. I think objective will take a long time tonight, and I don't know if I want to do that tonight. It's already 4:22 a.m., so it's like it isn't moving down. Why is that? Oh, I know why. Let me just make a different change. There's a better change I can do. We just add 20 to the Y. Of course, moving the picture does not move the event, which means the effects here particle might not be centered very well, so that might be an issue. That seems fine. Let's move it down 10 more. It'll look pretty good. That'll be fine. My plugin to the rescue. As usual, a plugin pretty much does whatever it wants with images. It has its way with them. It has all the power. I really need to record a tutorial on how to use it so I can release it to the public. Weird. It's like 3 more maybe? 4 more? 4 more? Then it should look pretty spicy, or at least pretty good. And then, yeah, I guess costs like that for upgrading stats. Apparently hit the button twice really fast. That looks a little better. So we are fast. You know, I tried to set this up in UE with a character like that, and you have to like moving. You had to have a map and like a camera facing the character in order to make this. And here I just get to dump it on there, and it's good. She's just animated on the thing. I could get really snazzy and have her animate in the thing to do stuff. Well, am I doing that? Oh, I might be. I could just get rid of those there and then set the action so whenever she uses this, it just does that. Just have a switch flip on this. Am I doing that? I was gonna make the location thingy better. I'm not sure if I'm designing a cost system tonight. It's already 4:26 a.m. I usually try to stop streaming by 5, even if I'm really into it, because if I don't, I won't be able to get up for doing work. I do feel like all these could actually go up some too, because they're kind of crowding the bottom almost every time. All right. Yeah, the Jotun ones are probably the best ones. I've listened to a whole bunch of times through, and it's just this track has just been good. Like I like a lot of these. There's a lot of things I'm working on, so cool. I think I'm gonna add one more background thing to this location thing here. Okay, I guess I could make a switch for this. So menu animation. And then, actually, let me see there. And then for this one here, parallel. If menu animation is on, turn menu animation off, of course. And then, when I made her, does she have all the abilities yet? She needs all the abilities, so I can just do cool things. It's the combat setup? Okay, so I need all these. So all those, yeah. And then I think I'll just play the same animation for block, honestly. I just need this and the timing in between. Nothing else is particularly necessary. Where is the other thing? Okay. Weird. I don't need emitter or Z or anything like that. I do need the frames. I need the action. All right. seriously. It's really very few lines. Okay. Look at that. So this random embellishment that just needs to happen. It's I don't know why it needs to happen. I kind of wish I had bigger images to make Poppet look better for the animation, but I'm not going to make additional ones just for that. Just... Okay, that did not work. Let me double check why. So if it's close enough, I should turn menu animation on. Sure. We know that works because that's what starts the portal. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Oh. No, it's there. Oops, not fucking commands. Those are terrible. Alright. Get a success on that. Hmm. Oops. Success played. But she didn't play her animation. And I believe I know why. Map.event this.event ID. I gave all of them the action variable. Pick my animation script. Oh. Never mind, I didn't actually make animations for the 2D stuff. So unless it does 3D version of it, wouldn't work. Let's see. Well, never mind then. Making all the animations for that is going to be an unnecessary thing. So we'll leave that off for the moment. But in the future, I might make that. Maybe. Alright. What else am I going to do tonight? What's the cost going to be done here? I'm not sure how I'm going to balance the cost for adding MP and HP. I also need an item to upgrade Ghost Form, and I need an item to give mana back, I guess. I'm not using these stars anymore. I can replace the time rewind objective with mana thingies. That makes it easy, because you're not really rewinding time. I don't really have ever use for that, I don't think, anymore. Originally I had enemies that got stronger as it went along, but it wasn't very good play-wise, so now they become... Actually, there's not even a difference. They don't really get any more frequent or anything. It's just a random number amount. Probably need to upgrade my encounter system a little better too, but I guess I don't really need a time rewind objective. What am I going to use the picture for that? Guess I could use a little magic thingy. I considered a heart system, but I don't think so. Not if I'm going to add random numbers. Unless I want it to be less, like everything do less damage. Nah. That seems like a lot of extra effort to try to make a heart system when numbers get the job done just fine. But if that's the case, I don't need these. I kind of want a different symbol for magic. I'm going to open up my RPGMaker here and make a quick change while I think about that. Let me navigate to the project. All right. Your high location name. I think I just want... I can just duplicate this. And then drag it behind here. Do that. And F that up. That's not even very big though, it's probably a little bigger than that anyway. I'll make a special one later that's a little more fitting, but I just want to see if it looks better or being able to see it or not. Does it need to say location? $224. I should probably set a direct variable for this. I guess 224 is a direct variable. Yeah, double check to see what 224 even is. I wonder if 227 is the right thing there. What in the world is map name versus the other? Map load. No. Runs map builder. Why is map named Terra? Here you said it. So if 224 is that. Am I naming the map something special? I'll just set something here. Let's make a name. So, so let's call this current location. I'll figure out why map name is stupid later. 234. Oh, I was gonna set a default location too. Okay, so then in this, we're gonna set 234 to that. New variable, stop value, 234, actually not set value. 234, current location. Control S, okay. And then we go into HUD Maker. 234. That is test. We be testing. Yeah. All right. I guess that's better. I mean, I'll change the location names later when I care, but I don't care right now. And then I still kind of want to fix the bottom things on there because they're hard to see. That can also be Bloom's fault. Let me turn Bloom off. It's quite the resource hog, and honestly, sometimes it makes stuff hard to see. So I'm a little mixed on Bloom. Like, it can look really good, but it can also look really hard if anything's, or look really bad if anything's white. It gives it kind of a mystical feel though, so it is kind of nice. That's way easier to see, but I think it does kind of lose something, right? Yeah, I think I like Bloom better. But if that's the case, I need to adjust these so they're more visible. So I think I'll have something down in the corner and have them over it. So it kind of mirrors the other. Yeah, that's fine. So Bloom is good, got it. Toggle the skip, sure. And then let's location, background. And then let's copy and paste it, I guess. It doesn't really matter where I paste it. Let's make a group. Add a new component, a group. Arts and tarot background. Sure. Okay. That should solve the bloom problem. And after that, I think I'm gonna head off to sleep because, well, I do gotta be up tomorrow. I think it's fine. I'm definitely gonna improve it later. It's not perfect. But overall, it's a much better menu than it was. Like how it looks like the crystal ball is talking. Yeah, okay. Lock doesn't have a level, but let's go ahead and just level it up and see what it does. Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to call it for a night. It's Imaginary Villain signing off. I will be back here tomorrow at 1 a.m. to continue and probably make maybe the progression system actually at this point, because, you know, I need a cost system and a progression system, and then after that it's just pure balancing. Maybe start adding some behaviors, and the game is ready for a prototype, so we're getting pretty good here. Maybe I'll make my, you know, in 2 weeks type of thing. So like probably not this Saturday, but the Saturday after that, I'm gonna try to release the prototype for anyone to play. So anyway, I will catch everyone later. Have a great night, morning, or whatever it is for you.